I'm Mason Mount. You're listening to the London is Blue podcast.
All right, Dan, let's bring this full circle to Tammy Abraham, or as Cundy would always say, Tammy Whammy.
Yeah, Tam gets his goal. Obviously had a couple of opportunities. One absolute sitter that was just the palms to the face moment where you just don't want to look because you know that sometimes the support can turn as quickly as it can rally behind someone. And thankfully, he kept his determination strong. He put himself in a position to stumble and bumble and force his way past Ter Stegen to get the goal. And, he even said in his little chat with Chelsea TV after the match that he should have scored two. He was very much aware of it, in good spirits. But, man, he's taking on the number 9. The gaffer asked him if he was up for it. He thinks he's going to dispel the myth. And you know what? I think all of us, after seeing Higuain and seeing Morata and seeing a couple other individuals who maybe haven't.
Falcao have it?
Yes. Oh, yeah, Falcao.
The El Tigre that was more of an El Wimpe.
El Pobre.
El Kitten.
Yeah, he was more kitten than anything else. Ultimately, very, very good day at the office for Tammy. Still a little bit to work on, but obviously, that's why Drogba needs to come back to the club. Let's get him back into the fold as well.
Yeah, if he puts on, and I'm not saying a lot of weight, but just a little bit, and he is able to maintain relative speed, he's going to be a handful, man. Yeah. He's just too big. He's too tall to take advantage of in the air. So that's going to be a really difficult thing for Premier League defenders, Mike. It's his height is for real. I think he needs to work a little bit more ball skill wise. He has a little tough touches here and there, but look, man, I'm all for confidence. I wish he would have scored the brace today. I think that would have been an incredible first half from a guy who is really just trying to do the Mason Mount thing, right, and make it back into the team. But a little ways to go for him, I think.
Yeah, there was, I think about 30 minutes into the match, there was a moment where I think Kepa cleared a ball deep. And it's kind of, American football, sometimes you just chuck a ball up and you need your receivers to come to that ball. And he turned and he chested it, backed into a defender, chested it down, brought it down and turned. And that, seeing that brings you back to visions of Drogba, and it's controlling that and having that big player kind of be able to chest it down, keep possession, and then the break is on, and you can see Pulisic just bombing down the wings, and I think that dimension is something that we have missed for a while. I think kind of in all aspects of the field, but Tammy has some real potential, and luckily too, Griezmann's egregious miss made Tammy's look like, hey, it happens to all of us, but just the horrible miss that Griezmann had kind of made Tammy's day not so bad, in my opinion.
So I got a more full list from our boy D Peasy on We Ain't Got No History. All right, so check it out. Number 9s that have not worked out: Tony Cascarino, Chris Sutton, Mateja Kezman, Khalid Boularus, Steve Sidwell, Franco Di Santo, Fernando Torres. Maybe overall probably not, but he earned it with the Champions League semifinal and
the
final.
dollar per goal or the pound per goal ratio is not very good, but
goes against him.
He gets a pass. He gets a pass for the Barcelona goal.
I agree. Radamel Falcao, Alvaro Morata, Gonzalo Higuain. They all tried. They all failed. So no pressure. It could just be him and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank hanging out in the number 9 club. But I remember the days when Tammy was banging in 50 goals for the youth teams. He was just scoring stupid amounts of goals. And we're all kind of like, nah, he can't do it for the Premier League. And he did a great job for Villa. It wasn't easy. And I think that's good to see, right? He worked through adversity last season. Wasn't always sunshine or rainbows. And he's came out a better player for it. And he's come out with confidence. And I think we're really starting to get some previews of these guys that have grown up Chelsea, and they give anything to play for the club and to do the thing. Can you imagine being a boyhood fan and player and then being giving the iconic number 9 shirt, you could give a shit less who failed in it. You're like, this is mine. It's a dream come true. Super excited for him.
Well, and I think part of the thing that, like, we get into the striker debate and we talk about targets we'd love to sign and all this stuff. Like, we have become obsessed with YouTube clips of pretty goals. Straight up, we have. Like, watching Lionel Messi chip every goalkeeper in La Liga every season, it has become kind of a problem for guys like Tammy and Mishi and guys who score ugly goals at times. Like, they're just not pretty, and that's okay. Like, they all count the same. You don't get 1.5 goals for scoring a pretty goal.
Yeah.
While it may not, there are a lot of people out there questioning if he meant to do the extra touch and, whether it meant to go. It went in the goal. That's it. Like, if he does that 20 times this year, we're going to be in a real good spot. So, I get obsessed with the pretty goals at times, so maybe it's just me projecting a little bit. But
It is.
I think there is a thing where it doesn't look, if it's not pretty, it doesn't look super coordinated or on purpose, I guess. And I think he's going to be just fine. He just needs to work into the league. He's never had a real shot at this league. I mean, Swansea was not the best experiment to be a part of. So,
well,
that was tough.
But let's not forget, I mean, he scored 5 Premier League goals for Swansea, which is betters or equals what our strikers have put out in the last couple seasons. So even in his
really on par with Higuain.
Look, all I'm saying is that his Hor loan, he still achieved everything that players who are playing alongside Eden. So I think he's got that potential, man. Even if he can knock in 10 goals. I mean, let's shoot for 20, but
Yeah, no. I got you. It's he's got a great opportunity. I think we're all optimistic, hoping for the best for him.